So another looper in the RC range from Boss. Last year they brought out the RC-500 and the RC-5. The RC-500 is replacing the RC-30 and the RC-5 is replacing the RC-3. So maybe you've got an RC-1 or an RC-3 and you're thinking about upgrading to the 5. Is it worth it? We're going to ask that question. Let's get into it. Just quickly before we get into it, the RC-5 is obviously a stereo looper cased in the classic Stompbox design. In terms of the order of the loopers, you've got the RC1, which is your entry level. The RC3 was second, and now the RC5 sits where the RC3 was. It's replacing the RC3, so it's second in line. In terms of recording time, the RC1 offers 12 minutes, the RC3 offers 3 hours, and this bad boy is offering 13 hours. So in terms of its predecessor, you're getting an extra 10 hours, and in terms of the entry level, the one that sits before it, you're getting 12 hours and 48 minutes more. So miles above the other two. In terms of memory slots, this has 99. The RC3, its predecessor, also has 99. And the RC1 doesn't have any. So if you want memory slots, then you're going to have to go for the RC5 over the RC1. Now, one of the big upgrades to this, the RC5 and the RC500, is the processing power. We have a 32-bit engine compared to the RC1, the RC3, and the older loopers, which only have a 16-bit. This means that your audio quality is going to be so much better. If you're like stacking up loads and loads of loops, it just means that the quality of the audio that you're producing is going to be much better than the 16-bit versions that sit in the older models. So I'm just checking out the edit, and it seems that when I was looping, I left the drum level a little bit loud. So the drum level in relation to the things I'm looping, like the guitar and the guitar with the octave pedal on, they seem a little bit quiet compared to the drums. So it's definitely something you want to check out and maybe practice and set your levels before performing or recording, just to make sure that your drum level isn't too loud. Now, another big thing that this has is drum beats, drum kits. We have 57 different drum beats with A and B variations, and we have 7 different kits as well. So added all together, I'm not sure exactly how many that is, but it's a lot to play around with. The RC1 doesn't come with any kits at all, and the RC3 does have kits, but this is definitely an upgrade in terms of that feature. And the other one that does come with kits is the RC10R, but that does sit higher in the market and it's a bit more money. You can check out our other video on the loopers, which I'll put in the description box. That covers a whole wide range of different loopers, and we look at the RC10R in that. So be sure to check that out. In terms of other features, we have this lovely new display screen, which is definitely an upgrade from the RC3. You've got a reverse loop function, which means you can reverse the loop. I remember seeing that on the MXR looper. And that's a very cool feature. Also, as you might expect, you have USB and also MIDI out. From what I gather, what you can do in terms of MIDI has been expanded as well, which is very exciting. Now, in terms of saving your recordings, you can plug this straight into your computer, and you can literally drag the folder onto your desktop or wherever you want to put it, and your loops will be saved as WAV files. And that's simple. You can get them from this out onto your computer. Now, in terms of putting things on this, like drum beats onto this, the best thing to do would be to use the Boss Tone Central app or the Boss Tone Studio software, which is both for Mac and PC, because you want to make sure that you're putting the right files, like the right WAV files, and that it all kind of works with this. And the app and the software on your computer will help you do that, because otherwise you could end up with files that aren't usable, and you don't want that. When it comes to loopers, and I always say this, it depends what you want, depends on what one you should buy. If you are looking at simply one to mess around with at home, maybe it's your first looper, you just want to kind of record something and then overlay something, the RC-1 is going to be perfect for that, and it's coming in at like 80, 90 quid. So it's super cheap. Now in terms of if you want some drum beats, if you want to save your stuff, you want the memory, well, the RC3 isn't available anymore because the RC5 is replacing that. And even if the RC3 was available, the RC5 is giving you more memory, it's giving you better kind of drums, more drums to play along with. So I would definitely recommend the RC5 if you want to do anything but just kind of record once on the like the RC1 will give you. So really my opinion is that the RC5 is worth it if you want to have beats, if you want to have more memory, if you want to have that new 32-bit engine, which makes the quality of the audio much better. Sometimes with loopers you can lose quality, when you're building up layers and layers, and that 32-bit is double of the older ones. So it's 32, not 16. So I think this is an absolute little beast, and Boss keeps smashing it out of the park. They keep producing new loopers, and each time they produce a new looper, it's just better than the previous one. So it is worth it if you want all of that lovely looping goodness. If you've enjoyed this video, then don't forget to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button for more videos like this. Let me know in the comments box below what you think of this looper, other Boss loopers, or any loopers that exist in the world. Always interested to know. I will see you very soon.